Portuguese striker Al-Nasr, Cristiano Ronaldo is close to parting with his girlfriend Georgina Rodriguez, Ajansspor reports with reference to the Portuguese channel CMTV. Georgina always spends her day in shopping malls, that's why she's annoying, she spends, and spends. Doing nothing else, a source quotes Ronaldo as saying, "Recall that Cristiano and Georgina are still not painted, despite a long relationship, the couple has children together." Chelsea lost their chances of getting into the Champions League after losing in the match of the 33rd round of the English Championship with Brentford, 0-2. At the moment, Chelsea occupies 11th place in the English Championship standings, having recorded 39 points. And is 20 points behind the Champions League zone for 6 matches before the end of the season. Chelsea's winless streak in the English Championship is 6 matches, 4 defeats and 2 draws. Thus, the London club lost its mathematical chances of getting into the Champions League zone at the end of the season. It should be noted that Chelsea will not play in the Champions League for the first time since the 2018-2019 season. Recall that in the current season of the Champions League, Chelsea reached the quarter-finals, where they lost to Real Madrid in a two-legged confrontation. Sheffield United beat West Brom 2-0 in the 38th round of the Championship and officially issued a ticket to the Premier League 2 years after relegation from the Elite Division. Paul Heckingbottom's team scored 85 points in 43 matches and secured second place in the table, becoming unattainable for the nearest pursuer, Luton Town Club, which has 78 points. Recall, according to the rules of the tournament, the 2 best teams of the championship are directly promoted in the class. Earlier, a ticket to the elite was issued by Burnley, which leads the championship with 95 points. As for the match with West Bromwich Albion, the victory for the Blades, the third in a row in the tournament, was brought by goals from Sander Berge and Anil Ahmedhodzic in the second half. Manchester City forward Erling Haaland scored a goal in the match of the 33rd round of the Premier League with Arsenal. Thus, this ball became the 33rd for the Norwegian in the current draw of the English Championship. Haaland broke the record for goals in a season held by Mohamed Salah in the 2017-2018 season, 32. The match of the 33rd round of the English Premier League between Chelsea and Brentford has ended. The teams played at Stamford Bridge Stadium in London, England. The match was served by a team of referees led by Andy Madley. Brentford beat Chelsea 2-0, thus. This is the 5th defeat of the Londoners in 5 matches under Frank Lampard. The 44-year-old English specialist returned to Chelsea in early April 2023. After the previous coach Graham Potter was fired, Lampard has signed a contract with the team until the end of the current season. The team under his leadership played 5 matches and lost in all. The total goal difference is 1-9. Arsenal entered the Champions League following the results of the English Premier League matches held on April 26. At the moment, Mikel Arteta's team takes first place in the English Championship standings, scoring 75 points. Manchester City, who beat Arsenal the day before, 4-1, has 73 points in the asset with 2 matches in reserve. At the same time, none of the teams ranked below 4th has a mathematical chance to catch up and get ahead of Arsenal. This means that Arteta's team will compete in the Champions League next season. The striker of Roma and the national team of Argentina, Paulo Dybala, said that he did not like Cristiano Ronaldo as a child because of his sympathy for Lionel Messi. There is a great rivalry between Messi and Ronaldo in Argentina. One day we were flying with Cristiano to a match. I was sitting at the end of the plane, he was a little ahead. At some point he came up to me, we talked a little bit about life in general, and I told him, as a child, I practically hated you. We had a laugh. We always had a good relationship. The Daily Mail quotes Dybala as saying. Manchester United are seriously aiming to sign Atlanta players Rasmus Højlund and Giorgio Scalvini. 90 Minutes reports, the head coach of Atlanta, Gian Piero Gasperini, commented on the interest in the striker of his club from the Mancunians. I haven't seen many strikers who were as good as Højlund in his 20s. He can improve a lot. He's great. Leading European clubs, such as Manchester United, are always attentive to this kind of talent. They can offer good money for it. And we will not be able to reject this offer. 90 Minutes quotes Gasperini as saying, according to the source, Haaland is not the only Atlanta player the Red Devils are interested in. Another football player who is closely watched by the scouts of the MU is the defender of the Bergamasques Giorgio Scalvini. Bayern wants to sign Chelsea midfielder Mateo Kovacic. Chelsea are ready to sell the midfielder and will not interfere with the player's negotiations with Munich, Bild reports, according to the source. The head coach of the German team, Thomas Tuchel, wants to sign a forward and a central midfielder. Victor Osimhen from Napoli is considered as a reinforcement for the striker position. In turn, to strengthen the midfield, Munich want to invite Mateo Kovacic, with whom Tuchel worked at Chelsea for 2 seasons. Former Bayern coach Julian Nagelsmann is ready to take over as head coach of Tottenham after the end of the current season, Bild reports. According to the source, after the failure in negotiations with Chelsea, the German concentrated on the option with Tottenham. As he wants to live and work in London, Nagelsmann hopes that at the end of the current season, his potential team will get into the Champions League. This condition is key for the German before signing a contract with Spurs.